my God, I almost died.
I almost died last night, guys. I did. I swear. I might be exaggerating, but you tell me at the end, okay? Especially you guys. Ladies, are you're going to sit there and just judge me and be like, oh, bullshit. Such a puss. Such a puss. Oh, my God. Anyway, so I'm roughhousing with my son last night. And keep in mind, he's 12, but he is rock solid. He's a very fit, very strong young man, okay? But he doesn't know how to use his strength yet. Not quite. But we're roughhousing, and I kept telling him, I was like, Jackson, I don't want to accidentally hurt you. You're getting stronger, and in order for me to combat that, I have to push back a little bit harder so you don't hurt me, okay? And I don't want to hurt you. And he's like, ha ha ha, whatever. And he still just like jumps on me, okay? Keep in mind, he weighs like, I don't know, like 160 pounds, but he's like in shape. Okay. So he looks like he's a teenager, which to give you some picture in your mind. So anyway, we're roughhousing last night. I get to the point where I'm like, okay, enough. One of us is gonna get hurt. And I get up and I'm walking through the kitchen and he just like runs and jumps on my back. like a goddamn spider monkey, okay? And I'm like, what are you doing? Stop it. And I start to pull him because I'm super strong, okay? Keep in mind, I am like a beast. Just kidding. So I start, moving him off me because I can't pull him, remove him, push him back. So I have to pull him forward to get him off me. As I do this move, he very cleanly and aggressively takes his elbow, thinking that he's going to elbow me in the thigh, because that's how we roughhouse, okay? Thinking that he's going to do that, he elbows me straight in the junk. Kid you not, as soon as he made contact, he lets go and goes, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. And I'm just like, God, oh, you hit me in the balls. It hurt so bad. I've never been hit so cleanly in the junk. So cleanly. It hurt. It was one of those ones, ladies, you don't know most likely how it works with us guys. Sometimes you get the initial shock, and then there's like this aftershock. And it goes into your stomach. Like, I thought I was going to throw up. I'm like, that freaking hurt so bad. And my daughter is right there, and she starts to get teary-eyed. She's like, oh, my God, do I need to call 911? I'm like, no. No, do not call 911 because your brother hit me in the balls. And then she starts laughing. My son starts laughing. Ha, 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 ha. Daddy's in pain. Daddy's in pain. Oh, my God. We all ended up laughing at the end. I'll tell you this, though. Okay? They still hurt this morning. It was a bad one. No blood, though, so I guess we're good. We're good. We're good. Do you guys remember when you were in elementary school? Maybe it didn't happen to you, but at least when I was in elementary school, there was a time period where the girls thought it was hilarious to kick the boys in the balls. Terrible. And I don't need to get in a discussion and be like, if you think that's bad, try pushing a watermelon out the size of a lemon. Okay? We don't need to go into childbirth, okay? We don't. I'm just saying, for a guy, it freaking hurt. So, Jesus Christ. Do you not understand what almost happened?
Oh my God, I almost died.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we got a great show coming up in this news section. We don't need to talk about my son elbowing me in the junk anymore. But we got some fantastic headlines that I cannot wait, including one with Matthew McConaughey that is just, I don't know, it's kind of brilliant, but bizarre, all wrapped up in one. Can't wait to get into that. Don't forget today's show is brought to you by the great people over at Roof Goat USA. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, interact with the show. I have boogers dripping from my nose. I sneezed like no joke, like 100 times before I hit record. I blew my nose. I thought I was in the clear. As I'm doing this show, I realized I got snot dripping from my nose. You're welcome. Anyway, oh, the allergies, I tell you what, they're out of control. I thought it was winter time, and I thought all that allergen's going to settle down, but no, something's in the air. Something's in the air. I don't know what voice that is, but you're welcome. Like I said, today's show is brought to you by Roof Goat USA. In fact, when it comes to roof repairs, you need to listen up. You need to go with the GOAT. Who's the GOAT? Well, it's Roof Goat USA. They're out in Michigan, and they're also out here in Colorado. Go to roofgoatusa.com right now. Set up your free evaluation. They're going to come out to your home, inspect your roof, see if there's anything wrong. If there is, they'll tell you, okay, we're either going to have to do, a minor repair, or we'll get the insurance involved or whatever, blah, 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 and get you a new roof. Whatever they have to do, they'll figure it out. And they're going to do everything above board, okay? I know some people don't do that, but Roof Goat USA, they do things right. They do. So whether you're a commercial building that needs a new roof or residential, they can handle it all. They're the GOATs for a reason. They've been in business for over 24 years, guys. They know what the heck they're doing. Again, go to roofgoatusa.com right now. Set up that free evaluation. And here's what I always talk about. Whether it's getting your roof repaired, along with your gutters and all that stuff, it doesn't matter. The thing is like, do they do good work? They do amazing work. In fact, they put a 30-year guarantee on their work. That's all materials and labor, 30-year guarantee from date of installation. That's the Roof Goat USA way. I ain't pulling your leg. They're the best of the best. Roof Goat USA. Go to roofgoatusa.com right now. Set up that free evaluation. See what they're all about. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today and what we should do right now. Oh my God! Seriously, my nose. It's so my nose is so stuffy from sneezing so much. My apologies, everyone. My apologies. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's jump into headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
You guys remember the actor from, what was he from? He was from 24. Kiefer Sutherland. He's been in a billion movies. Great actor. Lost Boys. That's the one I was thinking of where he was a vampire, whatever. Anyway, Kiefer Sutherland was arrested the other day for allegedly threatening an Uber driver who refused to pull over and let him out of the vehicle. I'm going to go through this, and I'm going to explain to you why I think Kiefer is the victim here, okay? I don't have all the details. When has that ever stopped me from giving an opinion, okay? Kiefer told the police he was having dinner with a friend on Sunday night, and late in the evening, he called for an Uber Black. What's Uber Black? Is that like the high-end one where, nobody knows it's him because he's a celebrity? Anyway, the driver arrived. Kiefer jumped in. This is, by the way, I'm getting this from TMZ, so thanks to TMZ. Kiefer jumped in, and they were on their way back to Kiefer's home. For some reason, during the drive, Kiefer told the driver, you know what? Why don't you go ahead and pull over and let me out? Okay. Kiefer told the cops, he's like, the driver refused. And Kiefer, twice more, asked the driver to pull over. But no, the driver refused. At some point, according to the Uber driver, Kiefer threatened to kill him if he didn't pull over. The driver then called 911 and claims that Kiefer assaulted the driver with his hands. First of all, let's circle back. If Jack Bauer says pull over, you freaking pull over, okay? Jack Bauer was his character name in 24, okay? Here's the thing. I don't blame him. Put yourself in his shoes. Assuming all the details are correct that I just relayed to you, I don't blame him if that's the case. If I say pull over and you don't pull over, I'm going to assume the worst. I assume your intentions are going to lead to me having a ball gag in my mouth, okay? I don't want that. Well, that's a first for you, Scotty. Connery, come on. I'm just saying, your earlier days, you were quite the frisky fella. Okay, we don't need to go into that, okay? I just had an image of Pulp Fiction. That's terrible. Anyway, I don't want to be a gimp. I know. I don't want to meet the gimp either. Anyway, I get it. If the facts coming from Kiefer Sutherland are factual, if I said that weird, but you get my point. I'd be fucking pissed off too. Be like, fucking let me out. No. We'll see. I know at least one Uber driver, and he has a camera, I believe, in his car for, verification if anybody gets out of hand. That should be mandatory, by the way. So I think that's crazy. It'll be interesting to find out. That being said, he's a celebrity. He could have been an asshole, and he could have been just liquored up, and they could be on a bridge, and he's like, let me out here. I'll go walk the rest of the way home. And the guy's like, no, you're going to fucking jump or something. Or it's a busy intersection. I don't know. Seems a bit bizarre. If he asked him, he should have just let him out. You know how this goes. We're probably missing a huge chunk of the story. So let your mind wander. I don't know what it is. Authorities in St. Louis, Missouri are on the hunt for an unknown number of vervet monkeys. What the fuck? Why do we have monkeys on the loose again? They've been wandering loose in the northern part of the city. It makes me wonder, like, are these the same monkeys that got it, crashed or whatever, like a couple months ago? And they just migrated to this area? And people are like, oh, no, these are different ones. Bullshit, motherfucker. I don't believe you. Anyway, these are, I had to look up what kind of monkeys they are. I don't know. I'm not a monkey expert. I know. You tuned in because you're like, I heard there's some monkeys on the loose. You know what? Let's get the facts from a monkey expert. Let's check in on DeHuff. No, that's false. That's just a weird rumor, okay? Those are old world monkeys native to Africa, known for their black faces, white eyebrows, and grizzly gray fur, sometimes with a greenish tint. They can be dangerous if mishandled, as their bites can transmit serious diseases. Ugh, gross. First reports of the monkeys on the loose came in on last Thursday. As of this morning, that's been a week. They haven't caught any. They're intelligent but unpredictable. They weigh between 6 and about 12 pounds. Here's what's bizarre, too. There's also a wayward goat on the loose in the same area. That's just like a kind of a standard-looking goat. That's nothing special, okay? It's just a goat, okay? The officials are saying they still don't know the origins of these animals, especially the monkeys. So bizarre. Well, here's the thing. I do have listeners in the Missouri area, so I figure let's bring in Aussie DeHuff, the animal expert. Aussie, is this something people should worry about if they're in the St. Louis area with these, what were they? The vervet monkeys. Should they be worried? Oh, Scott, no, absolutely not. These are beautiful and gentle creatures who truly enjoy people and will even eat out of the hands. It's pretty quite remarkable. They're very beautiful creatures. Really? I literally just was reading something where they said, they can be dangerous. But I guess I didn't know from your angle, that about the vervet monkeys. Oh my God. You said vervet monkeys? Oh my heavens. No, I thought you said messenger pigeons. Oh my God. Vervet monkeys will bite your face, maybe rip off the tips of your fingers with the mouth. If you feed them and run out of food, You better watch your back because they will get you. Oh, my. Dude, Aussie, you are terrible at your job. Thanks, Scott. Gotta go. Aussie, the animal, quote unquote, expert. Yeah, if I saw a monkey, I'm not going to interact with it. I just assume the worst. It's kind of like squirrels. Squirrels and monkeys are in the same category. If they're in like I don't know, 15-foot radius, I'm not going to interact with it or be like, hey, little fella, you want a peanut? I'm not going to do that. No. I'll be like, God damn, devil's little sidekick is running around in my yard. I assume, just like a squirrel, that if I'm that close to a monkey, it's going to leap on my face and just start biting it. That's what I assume. And if you think I'm exaggerating with the squirrel thing, we've never actually talked. We haven't, because I hate squirrels. They are, oddly enough, things that I fear. I do. Oh, God. Thanks, Ozzy, the animal expert. A truck crashed in Ireland carrying about 15,000 crabs, and the crabs went everywhere. Hey, tell me about it. Crabs they can spread very quickly, and they are a pain to get rid of. Yeah, that's right. Damn crotch critters are annoying. By the way, little side note, a little tip from your buddy Cowboy DeHuff. I use flea powder to get rid of mine. Man, I tell you what, though, brings back memories thinking about crabs. Florida's a crazy place. Anyway, come on. Anyway, they got about 95% of the crabs. Flea powder, really, Cowboy? That's amazing. Oh yeah, worked like a charm. You guys are idiots. I don't even care about the story anymore. Yeah, they got like 95% of the crabs. Speaking of crabs, Connery, don't you dare. What? I'm not going to say how's your mother. Who am I kidding? How's your mother? Okay. Do you call them crotch critters, Cowboy? Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe crabs, crotch critters. Oh my goodness. That ain't all balls. Oh my gosh. Anyway, a woman defecated towards officers during an arrest at Fort Walton Beach massage parlor. What the hell? Hey, speaking of that, Connery, no. Fine, I'll do it for you. Hey, speaking of that, Cowboy? No, Scotty, this ain't directed towards you. It's directed to Connery. Hey, Connery, how's your mama? All right. I'm implying that she would do something like that. Fuck. I'm losing. I'm all over the place. There's too many voices in my head. Anyway, Matthew McConaughey has trademark. All right, all right, all right. That's his catchphrase from, what was that? Dazed and Confused. That's 1993. That's crazy. This trademark consists of a man saying, this is according to the the trademark registration. The trademark consists of a man saying, all right, all right, all right, wherein the first syllable of the two first words is at a lower pitch than the second syllable, and the first syllable of the last word is at a higher pitch than the second syllable. Jesus. Okay. This is his way of combating AI and individuals making money off of him. Okay. They also got approved trademarks for a bunch of other things, including there's a 7-second video of Matthew McConaughey standing on a porch and a 3-second video of the actor sitting in front of a Christmas tree. That's so bizarre. That's good for them, I guess. I don't know. That's odd. That's so odd. But the way AI works now, I mean, you can make Matthew McConaughey say whatever, and you can profit off of it. So I guess in a way, good for him. Good for him. This is bizarre, and the information is still pending on coming out, but 4 astronauts safely returned to Earth this morning, January 15th, after they were forced to leave the ISS a month early because of a medical issue that came about up in orbit. Their return was the first time in the space station's 25-year history that a mission was cut short because of a medical issue. No idea exactly what the medical issue is, okay? It's probably something terrible. But let's be immature about this for just a moment, okay? And assume this is because Taco Tuesday on the ISS got, turned up a little bit. It got turned up a notch, okay? Sorry, y'all. Oh my God, I got a nasty case of the bubble guts. Oh my goodness gracious. We may need to call a priest because there's a chance Lucifer himself is rearranging my guts as we speak. Oh God, oh God, right? Something like that's going on. If it could only be that simple. It is going to be interesting to find out what the heck happened up there. And that's got to be scary. One, if it's something really serious, if somebody's having, heart issues or whatever, that's got to be scary because you're all the way up there. And then in order to get the help you need, you got to go, back through the atmosphere and all that shit. But also, it would suck if you're up there and all of a sudden you're like, I have terrible diarrhea. That's not what you want. I don't want bubble guts if I'm up in space. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's how we're going to end it. That's how we're going to end the news section. We got sports coming up right after this. So thank you so much for listening, watching. Make sure you subscribe. Big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Next up, like I said, it's the DeHuff Uncensored sports section. You guys are amazing. It's DeHuff Uncensored. I'll talk to you next time.